Hi guys, it's Talisha and today I'm competing in the Bowral Dressage Championships. It's about 7 o'clock, so my first test is at 9:18 or something like that. So it's not quite as an early start as some, which is nice because it's also not an hour away, which most of the ones I've been doing lately are. But yeah, so we're doing the 1.3, the 2.2 and the dreaded 2.3. So we're starting off with the 2.2 and then I'm pretty sure it's 2.3 then the 1.3, which is strange, but yeah. So if you guys are wondering why I said the dreaded 2.3, it's because I've only done that test twice and the 2 times I've done it I've had course errors. Which means, if you don't know, me making a mistake for the test, and it's always on the same thing. It's always forgetting one circle and the same circles happen twice. And last time I did it I also went the wrong direction as soon as I went in the arena, so yeah, fingers crossed it goes well. I'm dressed and just rugged up, so I have my show jacket and my show shirt on. But yeah, my friend Emily is also over. She's still asleep. I'm about to go wake her up. And she is coming along for the day, which is fun. I actually met Emily at Bathurst Royal this year. Bailey's also coming. Bailey's our new puppy. He's going to be coming with us for his first horse show. Oh, and Kyle's obviously coming, but I don't really need to point out that Kyle's coming because Kyle always comes.
Horses and humans.
Bailey! Oh hey, it's me, voiceover Talisha. Let's start this off with a horrible square hold. Whoop! Okay, just like a little thing in advance. I don't think we got one halt square in this whole day. I don't know. It's just not, our halts just haven't been happening and we've been practicing them at home a lot since, but anyway. This is a lengthen trot and I was pretty happy with how she lengthened in this. As I always say, a lengthen is something we do struggle with to get out of her. It's just normally not quite in her. Is this where she poos? Yeah. I was like, why are you stopping? She's like, no, I just wanted to poo when I got in the ring. Like, I don't want to poo beforehand. Who does that? Yeah, so I was pretty happy with this test. This was about 3 weeks ago, so I'm trying to remember how happy I was. But here's our first leg yield, and the leg yield's pretty good. She's falls through her right shoulder a little bit, but we're still trying to improve those. They're only fairly new. Fairly nice canter transition. I was really happy with her canter work throughout this day. We just rode through our own poo. I think at the moment, out of all her gaits, I'm quite pleased with the canter the most. It's just a lot more uphill, and that was a lengthened canter there, by the way, which was quite nice. She's really starting to show some lengthen in her canters and trots, considering she never used to lengthen at all in them, so I'm really happy. And here we have a downward transition, which was, yeah, fairly good. It was alright. And now I believe we go into our walk, which I always fast forward because walks are so long, and yeah, so speedy walk. But yeah, I think I was pretty happy with this test. Back to our trot work, and I was happy with how she was throughout this whole day. She was quite forward, which is nice. I thought Camden was a one-off when she was forward. Oh, here's our long-range trot. A little bit of stretch in that neck, but not that much actually. But yeah, she's just really, I don't know what it is. She's just had a lot more energy at outings and she's a lot more willing, which is really nice. It's so lovely to have a horse that actually really feels like she's enjoying what she's doing and she's keen to get out there and work on the flat, because I always used to find, oh, here's our next leg yield. I think this is our slightly better one. Yeah, that one's a bit nicer. She crosses over nicer, and she's a bit, oh no, she kind of lost it in the neck there. I was going to say she's a bit straighter in the neck, but nope, not towards the end. Yeah, she's just, I don't know, she just seems like she's really enjoying her dressage, like even more than she was before. So yeah, quite happy with our canter again. 15-meter circle. I talk about all the scores and my placings at the end. I will tell you the placing for each as we go though. Another little length and canter. Probably wasn't quite as nice as the first one. Could have had more lengthen, but hey, it's pretty nice. And then we have another downwards transition. But in this test we came third in our division, which was really nice. And that was in the young rider division, so we weren't actually in the pony division for a change. So we were in the young rider, but I probably won't be going in the young rider division again. I don't know. I'm just so unsure. I think I like being in my height more than being in my age. But the young rider is under 21 for those wondering. But that means we get against the quite large horses, which always have that little bit of an upper advantage because of their legs are bigger, so they have the bigger strides. But saying that, Jep always really, another horrible square hole, always places really well against the bigger horses. Her height doesn't really disadvantage her, I find, with our scores and when we place against the horses. But yeah, so that was the 2.2. I was fairly happy with that. Oh my god, it's the dreaded 2.3. Oh my gosh. I was so nervous going in this test, and I'm never normally nervous. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Sorry. Yeah, I'm never normally nervous when I go into the ring, but just being the 2.3 and wanting to get this right so bad, I was like, eep. This test, I was not happy with at all, because I didn't notice until towards the end, but I was like, hey, this feels really, really rushed. There's our length, and it's more just like a little choppy, rushy trot. But I was so focused on making sure I did it all completely right that I kind of just lost everything else. So our canter work especially is so rushed in this. Here's our first leg yield. She's kind of leading with her shoulder, but she seems quite straight with her neck, which is good. So then sitting trot, 10-meter circle, and then we do another 10-meter circle and sitting trot the other direction once we get to X. The trot work doesn't look too bad now that I'm watching it on video. Her pole could be just lifted a bit higher. Oops. Is that high enough, Mum? Here's our second leg yield. This felt good. I can't see her neck. I think her neck's bent to the inside. Oh, it's really hard to see. I don't know if it's straight or not. But her body seemed quite straight, which was nice. That was fairly nice. I think we cantered in. No, kidding. A long range trot. That's a lot nicer than the first test, actually. She's stretching a lot better in this. Wow, that's a lot nicer than the first test. Yeah, so now we have the walk, which is boring. But, so the trot work doesn't look actually too bad so far, but I do remember the canter work feeling quite rushed, and the judges also both commented on it being a bit rushed in the canter work. So here's our first 15-meter circle, and it's the one on the right leg, which I normally forget. And then we lengthen up the long side. So that wasn't too bad, that lengthen. She shows a bit of lengthen there, which is nice. She does the lengthen canters quite well compared to the trots. And then we do it's like a weird counter canter S. It's not really counter canter, but it's kind of is, I guess. It's the lead up until elementary when you actually do a proper big counter canter. And then we go across the diagonal and do our simple change, which has to be between 3 and 4 strides of trot. So that was really nice. that was quite a nice little change, thanks Jeppy. And this is the circle we normally always forget, but we didn't. I say we, but it's me that forgets it. Ooh, that was a bit dodge. It's just, I mean, I'm sure you see what I mean with the canter work. Like, it's all rushed, especially that direction. It's just not nice. There's our other lengthens. That's not too bad. We're allowed to look kind of rushed in that, I guess. And then we have our other weird little S counter canter, but not really counter canter. It's not really counter canter at all. Just the other half, I guess, but kind of is. I don't know. And we're rushing a bit in that too. So it's just, I didn't really notice until right before we stopped cantering, and I was like, oh, well, it's too late. My whole entire test has been rushed in the canter. But I wasn't too worried. We were going for a correct test, and that's what we did, which was wonderful. So this is another lengthen, and it's hard to see from this side if it was actually lengthened or not. Didn't look it. And then we go up the centre line and halt salute. I don't remember if it was square or not. Please, fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. I feel like the front was square and the back wasn't. Ah, she fixed it! Well, that was the 2.3.
Jeppy has finished the 2.3, which is the one we always screw up, and we didn't screw it up. So that's good. Didn't feel great, but Jep had her whole head in that bag just then. Do it again. Do it again. Oh, you just got all over me. So we're gonna go get food now and get my results from my last test. Bella says, I'm tired. I'm filming. Oh. I'm a tired puppy.
And here we have the last test of the day, the 1.3. Oh, and I've got questions about that smudge. You can see right there. Don't know what it is. I've cleaned the hell out of my lens and the camera itself, and for some reason it doesn't come off. So long story short, and my dad's really good with cameras, so like he's like a freak with cameras, and he knows how to clean them properly and correctly and knows all that stuff, but it didn't help. So he said, you know what you're gonna have to do, take it to like the camera shop and get it fixed, because I don't think it's actually on the lens. I think it's like my camera itself. So we're gonna ignore that until I am bothered to take it to get fixed, and I'm useless, so who knows when that will be. But anyway, this test, I do remember that I was the happiest with this test out of the three. I mean, it's a prelim, so you should probably expect that. Prelims are pretty easy, and it's the lowest level I'm doing, obviously, at the moment, so I always score higher in the prelims because they're easier. Pretty much just circles, you know. So this is the 1.3. Not really much to say. The prelims don't have lengthens at all either, so they're just pretty simple, and the tests are easy to remember, so I can really focus on my pony and me. Yeah, so nice little trot, 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 trot. And we're coming up to the walk, which we don't care about. Well, I mean, like, we care about it because it's the thing that probably brings us down the most. But, you know, they're just boring to watch, especially because Jeps is always like, can't be bothered to walk, I ain't walking. And we're back to trotting. So yeah, I was really happy with this test, and it scored really well from one judge. One judge gave it a 73, and the other judge did not. I think they gave me a 70, I mean not a 70, a 60, I don't know, a 60 something. I talk about it at the end anyway. But it's just a shame that the other judge didn't like us enough to give us over 70. I mean, it wouldn't have changed anything, so we still won this test, but it just would have been nice to score well over 70. Yeah, so it's just pretty chill, pretty, like, yeah. I don't know, I don't really have much to say about this test, so I'm just kind of rambling. Well, yeah, so fairly nice canter. I don't know, I just thought this test was pretty consistent, so I was quite happy with how she went, and I was like, this is just a great test to end the day on. Like, it was really nice, and I was just, yeah. So this is so embarrassing. I don't even know why I do this sometimes. Oh, long range trot. Ooh, stretch. That wasn't that one wasn't quite as nice as the one in the 2.3 though. I don't think. Did you stretch a bit more? Nope. It's barely a bloody stretch. Anyway, she's collected back up, and that was it. So we're gonna trot up the centre line and just, you know, hang out. Okay. Cool car. Hi. So I don't know if we got square. Let's see. Do you reckon we did? Make a guess. Quick, guys. Quick. Did we? Yeah. You know what? I'll take it. I will take it. Well done, little Pep. As you can see, I was very happy. I was like, well done. You're a champion. Yay, Jep. Woo!
Bailey and Mum are pooped.
We're tired. Bailey.
So we still haven't gotten any of my test results yet. But we've gotten all my percentages, but not my results. And my 1.3 just came out online, and I got, don't remember. I got 69, did I? Because I got a 60. Yeah, I got a 65 from one judge and a 73 from the other judge, so it averaged out to like 69, and I'm currently in first, but I'm the only young rider that's actually gone yet, so that doesn't mean much. But overall I'm second, so out of the open and horses, ponies, everything, but there's still like another half of the people to go, so we're gonna go wash Pep. And Kyle's packing the car. We're gonna wash Pep, get my other results. Emily's hiding. Huh? You'll stay there, alright. So yeah, I just didn't end the vlog, so that's what I'm doing. So the first test I did was the Novice 2.2. I had 2 judges for that one. So all tests had 2 judges because it's a championship, and a lot of the championships have 2 judges per test. And this one I got 3rd in, and I got a combined score of 60%. So the judge at C gave me a 60.857, and then Judge M gave me a 59.42, which gave me a combined score of just over 60%. I just keep cutting my head off. Yeah, pretty average test, mainly 6.5s and 7s, so that's pretty good. I don't think we got higher than a 7, no, from both judges. And then the second test I did was the 2.3, and the 2.3, the judge at H gave me a 61.897, judge at C gave me a 59.828, which gave me a combined score of 60.862. So a pretty alright score. I got pretty much the same kind of scorings, mostly 6.5s and 7s with a few 6s. But yeah, both judges kind of felt the same way about us, which is good. I like when judges are quite consistent with one another. What marked us down quite a bit in this test was that it was rushed, and the judges saw that. She was on the forehand a little bit as well, and apparently some of the transitions weren't great. Our halts were horrible this day, so we didn't score that great in our halts, which put all of our tests off. And yeah, the comments from both judges, a little hurried, stalled in transition, and just like needs to be a bit more uphill. That's just the common things we get about uphill. We're still working on that uphill collection. It's something that was not natural for Jep and has come along slowly but quite well. I'm happy with how it is at the moment. Still not quite there yet. Needs to be a bit more consistent, but that's fine. But yeah, pretty much what I said. It was rushed, it felt rushed, I knew it was, and I knew that was what was going to put us down. So in the prelim, I got first, which was great. The judges actually scored me quite differently with this. Judge at C gave me exactly 65%, and then the judge at M gave me a 73.043. So that brought my average score down to a 69.022. So if that judge at C had scored me a bit harder, I would have scored in the 70s, but hey, 69, I'm still really happy with that. And then I got majority 7s and then a few 6.5s. And then from judge M, I got an 8, and the rest of them were 7.5s and 7s. So she scored me quite highly compared to the other judge. So yeah, they're really good comments. I was really happy. So we came home with the 1st and 2/3, which I was really happy with, especially at such a big comp. I've never done a championship before. Also nice for Jep to be in that kind of bigger dressage environment, because it went from prep tests all the way to Grand Prix. So it was really nice watching all those beautiful Grand Prix horses around and seeing some of our local Olympians there, because we have a couple local Olympic riders. And I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. My next show was supposed to be Robertson Spring Show, but it got postponed due to forecasted bad weather, even though the weather was fine. But I'm not sure what date that'll be put onto yet, but as of now, our next competition is the Sutherland Shire Dressage Comp in Como. So I've never done this show before. We're starting to travel a little bit further to comps, and this seemed like a really nice one to do. And then after that, we have the Canberra Classic Dressage Championships. So that's going to be the biggest one we've done. But it was nice doing Bowral, who is bigger than all the other ones we've done, and then stepping it up to Canberra. For Canberra, we will be staying there and camping there. Just deciding where to stay hotel-wise, and then I'll book her stables in and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and I'll see you guys next week. Or next time, who knows, I've been so inconsistent with my posting. I'll see you guys in my next video.